say something to her or him, I would say I'm like so sorry for doing what I did, and I love you wherever you are. And yeah. So let's fast forward back to before I found out I was pregnant. I dated this guy who was a bit older than me. I was 16 when I got pregnant. I'm 20 now, and the guy that I dated back then was 24 when I was 16. So I didn't really know anything about being in relationships and dating and all those kind of things. So yeah, I dated this guy for like 5 months, and I found out I was pregnant when it was the 20th. I found out I was pregnant on the 24th of December, I remember, and I cried. I wasn't happy about it. I wasn't excited about it. I cried because I'm young. 16 years is a pretty young age for, a 16-year-old to get pregnant, right? And I was so scared because I didn't even know how to tell my mom. I thought she was gonna be disappointed in me and all that. So yeah, fast forward, I found out I was pregnant, and I didn't tell my mom I was pregnant. So she found out by herself. She came one day, and she came with a pregnancy test, and she was like, "Here, test." I was so shocked because it was, like, what are you doing? How do you know I'm even pregnant? So I peed, and the pregnancy test came back positive. Remember, I do know that I'm pregnant, right? So the pregnancy test came back positive. I was so disappointed in myself for disappointing my mom, and I cried that day. I remember crying so bad, and I told my mom I just want to have an abortion. I was so scared going to the clinic alone, so there was nobody who would accompany me to go to the clinic. So my mom accompanied me to the clinic, and we went, and they did a little scan thing. They scanned me, and we found out that I was actually 3 months pregnant. And I was so sad, so sad. And they said they couldn't do the abortion because I'm 3 months pregnant, And then I went to another clinic. It's a private clinic. And then I went there and explained my story, and then they did some tests, whatever. I was with my mom, and yeah, I was in high school by then. So like, school was closed. It was April, I remember in 2019, if you remember well, school resumed on the 2nd of April, if you remember well. So I did my abortion before April, in March, I think late March, before school resumed. Yeah. So yeah, and I had my abortion. They give me this little pills that you drink them, and then you put the other one inside of you. I really thought, they told me it was going to be painful, but I didn't really think it was going to be that painful. So when they say, it's just going to be painful, I was like, okay, like, let me just do it. And then I did it. And then I waited about like 2 hours, and then it happened. I cried so bad. I cried, and a part of me was happy. I don't know. a part of me was happy, but a part of me was sad, because at home we're pretty much spiritual people, and my mom didn't support the fact that I wanted to have an abortion, because she's a spiritual person, you know. She was like, you're just bringing bad luck over yourself unnecessarily, so do not have an abortion. I was the one who was hesitant. I was like, I'm in matric, I don't want to have a baby. But it happened, I did, and that was it. And then I came home. I think people at school noticed, my friends noticed that I was pregnant, because I was pretty, you know, when you're pregnant you're different, and I wasn't the same Millicent that everybody knew, and people started gossiping. Even my friends at school started gossiping about it, and yeah, it was a very, very painful experience for me, because I never thought I would be pregnant, and I never thought I would even have an abortion one day, because, you know, growing up is just like, okay, I'm growing up, that would never ever happen to me. I'm young, I'm 16, I'm just having fun, and then it happens, and then you're like, you know, you never know what will happen to you. And according to me, I didn't think I would get pregnant, and I was reckless in my relationship and all that. So yeah, I had an abortion. Fast forward to now, how do I feel about it? If 2019, I would have had my baby in 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, he would be 4 years old this year. You know, my baby would be turning 4 years old this year. And sometimes it's like, you know, I have these dreams. If I hadn't done that, I would have done that, could have done that. It's all about that would have, could have, should have type of thing. So yeah, it broke my heart. I would have had my baby. I would have had my baby if I wasn't in the situation that I was, because my mom was not working at the time, and I was in matric, so that's why I didn't have the baby. I would have had my baby. And like, if I could say something to her or him, I would say I'm like so sorry for doing what I did, and you know, I love you wherever you are. And yeah, I guess that's the video, and see you guys in my next video.